Black farmers represent less than 2% of farmers nationwide. In an effort to Black farmers represent less than 2% Black farmers represent less than 2% of farmers nationwide. In an effort to close the gap in that small number, the National Minority Supplier Development Council is seeking to bring resources to black farmers across the country. KRCG 13's Lauren Turman spoke with one of those members who comes from the Show Me State about just what this initiative is doing for farmers like him.
And as one of less than 300 black farmers in Missouri out of more than 160,000 statewide, Kansas City-based Michael Rollen says he's seen firsthand why this Black Farmers Equity Initiative is so important. As the owner of Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm, he had a vision to create a space for urban communities to explore.
And today I'm in a tomato patch doing some trellising and some pruning and just admiring how beautiful our tomatoes are.
Michael Rollen says he founded Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm, named after his grandmother, as a way of further connecting his family and honoring her.
I remember spending the summers with her and tending to her garden, and I remembered that taste of like a real tomato fresh out the garden. And so that's why we started Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm in Kansas City, doing what we could with what we had.
In an urban area like Kansas City, he says much of his community does not have access to fresh food or get the opportunity to see freshly grown crops. He realized he could serve the community that poured so much into his farm by providing them a new experience.
It's a great feeling when we can have a child come up to Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm and we can have him pick something off the vine and taste it and get that experience. And those are things that will live with them for a lifetime. So in an urban environment, we realized that we couldn't grow enough food forever. We couldn't do lettuce for all the schools. What we could do is we could make people's food taste better.
Rollen is one of 11 members of the first cohort of the Black Farmers Equity Initiative as part of the National Minority Supplier Development Council and Cargill program, which takes black farmers from around the country and engages them in an 8-week course focused on planning and managing growth, accessing capital, and getting them minority business enterprise certified.
The program is really designed to help them grow in size and scale. And knowing NMSDC's history in the minority business community, we are certainly in a great position to help them achieve and close that parity gap.
The Council's Senior Director of Strategic Alliances and Programs, Jatheda Hernandez, says that this NMSDC initiative aligns with what many of their programs aim for, to lift minority suppliers to achieve as much as possible in an industry where there is now such little diversity.
Many of them are not just a farmer, but is a farmer and a daughter, or a farmer and a son, and they're really big on kind of growing their legacy of farming.
As for Rollen, he says it's quite an honor to be part of this one-of-a-kind opportunity, network, and get the tools he needs to continue creating a lasting impact on his community.
I had reached a point where my thinking had gotten me only so far, and I couldn't go any further, so the mentorship is going to be incredible because it's going to allow me to fill in the gaps in my small Black business.
The National Minority Supplier Development Council also has plenty of other programs and events to take part in. For more information on those programs, or for those interested in the Black Farmers Equity Initiative or Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm, head to krcgtv.com.